Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator, and we got ourselves a black powder cartridge rifle to test out at the range. This one is specifically a Snider Enfield Carbine in .577 caliber. We're at the Gunpowder Acres with my friend Will, testing this thing out with his reloads. So let's go to the range and show you the footage.
This is the .577 Snider Carbine. We'll go ahead and give it a try. Loads. Basically a sideways trapdoor carbine. Kaboom!
The Snider Enfield saw service throughout the British Empire to include Cape Colony, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and India. This Snider Enfield is dated 1870 and has a steel barrel. It is very likely that this Snider Enfield carbine was made as a new production. Now, Jacob Snider was the designer of the breech-loaded system that was used to convert some P-53 Enfield rifles. The British adopted the system to retrofit some of their military because it was easier and faster to load than your conventional 1853 Enfield musket rifle. Yes, this is a single shot breech loaded design, so you have to pull the hammer halfway back to put it on safe, open the breech, load around in the chamber, close the breech, pull the hammer all the way to the rear, fire the round, pull the hammer back to half cock again, open the breech, pull the bolt a little bit back to eject the empty shell casing, turn it upside down to remove the shell casing, and then you can put a new cartridge in there. So the Snider Enfields first saw action in 1868 with the British and Indian troops at the Battle of Magdala. These Snider Enfields were pretty much used all the way up until like the 1890s. It was gradually phased out of service with the introduction of the Martini Henry in 1874. Now, the Indian Army did keep some of these until about the mid-1890s. So what do I like about this rifle? It's a very powerful cartridge, a .577. It's a very interesting and historic design. It was kind of a placeholder between the musket rifle and the single-shot Martini Henrys. And then on top of that, you're firing it with black powder, so you're going to have this really cool smoke effect like you can't get out of modern firearms these days. You definitely put on a show when you're at the range. Now, you do definitely have to clean it. I would recommend hot boiling water down the bore, and that should do the trick. Also, you can add soap, and that should, dish soap, and that should help clean it out. Make sure to dry it properly, and be sure to just probably run a rag in there or a cleaning rod with some oil. So we definitely had fun shooting the 1870 dated Snider Enfield in .577. It was a blast.
Oh man, the smoke was in the 997.
Okay, so we're about 1,000 feet per second. That was one of the softer rounds.
You just really can't get that kind of enjoyment out of some of the rifles that are coming out in modern times. They're just not made like that these days. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this kind of content, be sure to share it with your compadres. Pulverize that like button and subscribe for the algorithms. And also check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to learn history and curate history. Make it a great day.